Improving intelligence is not just about memorizing facts or mastering complex subjects. True intelligence involves developing clarity of thought, improving decision-making, and sharpening your mind in ways that allow you to navigate life more effectively. The Stoic philosophers had several techniques that can help anyone increase their mental capacity and approach problems with more wisdom and insight. Here are 5 powerful techniques you can use to boost your intelligence. 1. Practice reflective thinking. Reflective thinking is one of the most powerful tools to enhance your intelligence. It is a practice that allows you to take a step back from your everyday actions and thoughts to carefully analyze and learn from them. This concept is deeply rooted in Stoicism, a school of philosophy that emphasizes rational thinking, self-awareness, and the pursuit of virtue. For Stoics like Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, and Epictetus, reflection was a critical aspect of personal development. They believed that by regularly evaluating our actions, we could better understand our thoughts, identify weaknesses, and make wiser decisions in the future. Reflective thinking helps you improve your problem-solving skills, boosts emotional intelligence, and strengthens your ability to navigate complex situations. How to practice reflective thinking? First step in reflective thinking is creating a dedicated space for it in your life. It's important to set aside time each day to think about your experiences, especially at the end of the day. You might want to sit quietly for a few minutes before bed or take time in the morning to reflect on the day before. The key is consistency. Make this practice a regular part of your routine, and over time, it will sharpen your intellect. Start by asking yourself key questions. What went well today? Think about moments when you made good decisions or handled a challenge well. Reflect on what led to those positive outcomes and what you can learn from them to repeat similar actions in the future. What could I have done better? Consider situations where you might have reacted poorly or made mistakes. Were there patterns in your behavior? Did you allow emotions or distractions to cloud your judgment? Identifying areas for improvement is a key part of learning and growing. What did I learn? Reflective thinking is about growth. Every experience, whether good or bad, teaches us something. Even failures have lessons to offer. Ask yourself what you learned from a difficult situation, a mistake, or a success. By answering these questions regularly, you allow yourself to process the events of the day and evaluate your responses. This allows you to recognize strengths and weaknesses, adjust your approach, and improve your intelligence. The benefits of reflective thinking. Reflective thinking has numerous benefits, and perhaps the most significant is its ability to improve your decision-making process. When you reflect on past decisions, you can learn which thought patterns led to good choices and which ones led to poor results. This allows you to make more informed decisions moving forward. By reflecting on your emotional responses to different situations, you can learn to better manage your emotions, recognize triggers, and choose how to react in future circumstances. This skill is essential not just for personal growth, but also for building better relationships with others. Another benefit is increased self-awareness. Reflective thinking allows you to gain a clearer understanding of your values, goals, and motivations. With this awareness, you can make choices that align with your true self rather than simply reacting out of habit or emotion. When you understand your strengths and areas for growth, you can actively work on improving yourself. Practical example. Let's consider a practical example. Imagine you're faced with a challenging work situation where a colleague disagrees with your approach to a project. Instead of getting defensive or frustrated, you decide to apply reflective thinking. Later that evening, you sit down and ask yourself, what happened in that conversation? What was my initial response? Why did I react that way? Upon reflection, you might realize that your emotions got the better of you because you felt your idea was being challenged. However, you also might see that your colleague raised valid points, and if you'd listened more openly, the conversation could have been more productive. The next time you face a similar situation, you'll be able to approach it more calmly, open to discussion, and focused on collaboration. By making reflective thinking a habit, you'll develop better problem-solving skills, improve your emotional responses, and become more self-aware, qualities that will undoubtedly boost your intelligence. With time, this practice will help you navigate life's challenges with wisdom and clarity. 2. Embrace lifelong learning. One of the most effective ways to boost intelligence is by adopting the practice of lifelong learning. The Stoics emphasized that learning is a continuous process that doesn't stop with age, position, or success. Marcus Aurelius, for example, often stressed the importance of staying open to new ideas, knowledge, and personal development. Lifelong learning involves constantly seeking knowledge, whether through reading, engaging in meaningful conversations, or applying new concepts in everyday life. This keeps your mind sharp, adaptable, and curious, all essential for intellectual growth. By cultivating a mindset of continuous learning, you improve your ability to think critically, solve problems, and innovate. How to embrace lifelong learning? The first step to lifelong learning is cultivating curiosity. Instead of assuming you know everything, seek to explore new ideas, perspectives, and theories. Recognize that there's always more to learn and that knowledge is vast and ever-expanding. Start by setting learning goals for yourself. For example, you could aim to read a new book every month or take an online course in a subject that interests you. The key is engaging with material that challenges your existing knowledge. Don't just stick to familiar topics, explore areas outside your comfort zone to broaden your perspective and develop critical thinking skills. Another crucial aspect of lifelong learning, engaging in meaningful discussions with others. Seek out individuals who challenge your views or possess knowledge in areas where you're lacking. Stoics often engaged in dialogue with others to refine their ideas and sharpen their thinking. For instance, Epictetus would converse with his students, encouraging them to question his teachings and think independently. In addition to reading and discussions, hands-on learning is essential. Apply the concepts you learn in real-world situations. For example, if you've learned about emotional regulation, practice it in stressful work situations or personal relationships. The more you apply what you learn, the more it becomes part of your mindset. The benefits of lifelong learning. Lifelong learning has many benefits that contribute to intellectual growth. One of the most important is the ability to adapt to new situations. In today's rapidly changing world, being able to learn new skills and stay updated on information is crucial. Whether keeping up with technology or understanding cultural shifts, lifelong learning ensures you stay relevant and agile. Lifelong learning also improves problem solving. As you acquire new knowledge, you build a diverse set of tools and strategies for tackling challenges. This gives you a broader toolkit for overcoming obstacles and finding creative solutions. It helps you think critically, evaluating problems from various angles before making decisions. Additionally, lifelong learning provides mental stimulation. Just as physical exercise strengthens the body, mental exercise keeps the brain sharp. Engaging with new information helps maintain cognitive function and prevent stagnation. The more you challenge your brain with new knowledge, the stronger your mental faculties become. Practical example. For example, imagine you're a manager noticing your team's productivity slipping. Instead of relying on old management techniques, you embrace lifelong learning. You research modern management strategies, read books on leadership, and attend workshops on motivating teams. Through this, you learn about the importance of emotional intelligence in leadership, improving communication and morale. With this new knowledge, you begin applying different approaches, such as actively listening to your team's concerns and offering constructive feedback. You also foster a more collaborative work environment by encouraging open discussions and mutual support. As a result, your team becomes more motivated and productive, and you gain a deeper understanding of leadership. This example shows how lifelong learning directly impacts your intelligence and ability to adapt. Continuously acquiring new knowledge and applying it in daily life keeps you sharp, flexible, and intellectually capable. By committing to lifelong learning, you expand your knowledge and enhance cognitive abilities, critical thinking skills, and problem-solving capacity. This Stoic practice will help you grow and adapt, both personally and professionally, for the rest of your life. 3. Practice daily reflection. The Stoics believed reflection is key to personal growth. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about examining his thoughts and actions, which helped him understand his reactions and improve. Daily reflection allows you to evaluate your emotions, behaviors, and thought patterns, enabling you to learn from your experiences and grow. Reflection helps you assess your responses to challenges and interactions, and it gives you the opportunity to improve. It requires self-awareness, honesty, and accountability. In this way, reflection nurtures a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. How to practice daily reflection. Set aside time each day to reflect on your experiences, emotions, and actions. You can do this in the evening, before bed, or in the morning to set intentions for the day. 5 to 10 minutes of focused thought can yield valuable insights. Review your day, what went well and what didn't. Were there moments when you felt overwhelmed or frustrated? Understanding these reactions helps you adjust them in the future. After identifying these moments, think about how you could have handled situations differently. For example, if you got irritated during a meeting, reflect on why it happened. Could you have approached it more calmly? Reflection allows you to improve emotional responses over time. Ask yourself questions like, what did I learn today? Did I live according to my values? How can I be better tomorrow? These questions deepen your self-awareness and reinforce your commitment to growth. Incorporating reflection into your routine. To make reflection effective, it's important to be consistent. Start by taking a few minutes each day to reflect. This could be done in the morning or evening, during a quiet moment, or in a journal. If you like writing, keep a journal where you can reflect on your day. Writing helps solidify your thoughts and track progress. You can write about your feelings, insights, and plans for improvement based on your reflections. You could also set weekly check-ins with yourself. At the end of each week, review your reflections and assess whether you've noticed patterns in your behavior. Are you repeating mistakes or improving in key areas? This gives you a broader view of your progress. The benefits of daily reflection. Daily reflection improves clarity and self-awareness. It helps you think critically about your actions and decisions, which leads to better outcomes. By assessing your behavior, you can identify areas to improve and take corrective action. It also enhances emotional intelligence. By understanding your emotions, you can manage them more effectively, improving your relationships and your ability to empathize with others. Reflection fosters gratitude. Recognizing the positive aspects of your life and accomplishments strengthens your resilience and mindset. This helps you focus on what you can control and appreciate, rather than dwell on what's outside your influence. Practical example. For instance, imagine you're a teacher who faced a challenging day. Some students didn't engage, and others were disruptive. After reflecting, you might ask, what went well? You realize you managed to keep order in the classroom despite the difficulties, but, upon further reflection, you see that you got frustrated with the disruptions. You then ask yourself, what could I have done differently? Perhaps, you could have remained calmer and addressed the disruptions with patience. Engaging students more actively might have prevented some of the issues. Through reflection, you recognize that the problem wasn't just the students, it was your emotional response. You make a commitment to practice more patience and find better ways to engage the students in the future. This example shows how reflection not only helps identify areas of improvement, but also drives personal growth. The more you reflect, the better you'll be at handling challenges and improving your responses. Incorporating daily reflection as a regular habit enhances emotional intelligence, builds resilience, and helps you become a more thoughtful and self-aware person. The Stoics believed in the power of reflection, and when practiced consistently, it can lead to significant personal and intellectual growth. 4. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful and transformative practices you can adopt to improve your mental state and quality of life. For the Stoics, gratitude was not just a polite gesture or a fleeting emotion. It was a way of life, deeply ingrained in their philosophy. Instead of focusing on what we lack, the Stoics believed in appreciating what we have in the present moment. This practice of recognizing and valuing what is already part of our lives fosters a sense of inner peace and contentment, regardless of external circumstances. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers and Roman emperors, frequently wrote about the importance of gratitude in his personal reflections, which were later compiled into his work, Meditations. Even though Marcus faced immense challenges as an emperor, such as wars, political turmoil, and personal loss, he remained grateful for the simple things in life: good health, the ability to help others, and the chance to live virtuously. He understood that true happiness doesn't stem from acquiring more wealth or achieving greater fame, but from appreciating the present moment and accepting things as they are. One of the core Stoic ideas is that we cannot control external events, but we can control our response to them. Gratitude is a powerful tool for shaping our reactions. When we practice gratitude, we consciously choose to focus on the positive aspects of life, which shifts our mindset from one of lack to one of abundance. The Stoics believed that by doing this, we could experience peace of mind and a deeper sense of fulfillment, even in the midst of hardship. In modern society, it's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of more money, more status, more recognition. We are often taught that happiness comes from achieving external goals, but this can lead to constant dissatisfaction and stress. The Stoics offer an antidote to this mindset by encouraging us to shift our focus inward and appreciate the simple gifts that life has already provided. This approach doesn't mean we should give up on our ambitions or stop striving for growth, but it emphasizes that our happiness should not depend on external outcomes. To integrate gratitude into your daily routine, consider setting aside time each day to reflect on the things you are thankful for. This can be done at the beginning of your day to start it with a positive mindset, or at the end of the day to reflect on the blessings you've experienced. Even on challenging days, there is always something to be grateful for, whether it's the support of loved ones, good health, or the ability to learn and grow. By acknowledging these blessings, you remind yourself that there is always something good in your life, even when things feel difficult. One way to deepen your gratitude practice is to keep a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you're thankful for. These don't have to be grand or life-changing events. It could be as simple as a beautiful sunset, a warm cup of coffee, or a kind gesture from a friend. The more you practice this, the more natural it will become to notice and appreciate the good in your life. Over time, this habit will shift your focus away from what you don't have, toward what you do have, creating a sense of fulfillment and peace that transcends external circumstances. Incorporating gratitude into your daily life also means learning to appreciate the things you might typically take for granted, such as your ability to walk, talk, or think clearly. The Stoics believed in reminding themselves daily of the fleeting nature of life, and by doing so, they cultivated a deeper appreciation for the present moment. In this way, gratitude becomes a form of mindfulness that anchors us in the here and now, helping us to be less distracted by worries about the past or future. Ultimately, the Stoic practice of gratitude teaches us that happiness is not something we need to chase. It is something we can cultivate by appreciating what we already have. Through gratitude, we can find peace and contentment in every moment, regardless of what's going on around us. This mindset not only improves our emotional well-being, but also strengthens our resilience, making us better equipped to handle life's challenges with grace and composure. 5. Embrace the present moment. The Stoics taught that the only time we truly have is the present moment. The past is gone, and the future is uncertain, but the present is real and within our control. By focusing on the present, we are able to free ourselves from the stress of worrying about things beyond our reach. This idea is at the core of Stoic thought and has powerful implications for how we can live a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Epictetus, one of the key Stoic philosophers, emphasized that we should focus on what is in our control and let go of what is not. He believed that the majority of human suffering comes from getting caught up in things we cannot control, such as the actions of others, external events, or our own past mistakes. Instead, Epictetus argued that we should train ourselves to live in the present, where we can actually make a difference by how we think and respond. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to become consumed by worries about the future or regrets about the past. We often live with our minds in a constant state of distraction, moving between past regrets and future anxieties. This kind of thinking prevents us from fully engaging with the present and appreciating what's right in front of us. The Stoics, however, remind us that by focusing on the present, we can gain control over our thoughts and actions, and ultimately our happiness. One of the ways to cultivate the habit of living in the present is through mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of paying full attention to the present moment without judgment or distraction. This can be done in many ways, such as through meditation, deep breathing, or simply focusing on the task at hand. For example, when you are eating, focus on the taste, texture, and smell of the food, instead of thinking about your to-do list or what you're doing later. When you're speaking to someone, be fully present with them, rather than checking your phone or letting your mind wander. Another powerful way to embrace the present is through a daily practice of gratitude. As mentioned earlier, gratitude helps to shift our focus from what is missing to what is already present in our lives. By actively acknowledging and appreciating what we have, we are reminded of the abundance in the present moment. The Stoics also emphasized the importance of acceptance. Accepting things as they are without resistance or unnecessary attachment helps us remain at peace in the present. This doesn't mean that we should be passive or complacent, but rather that we should stop fighting against the things we cannot change. When we stop resisting the present moment, we open ourselves up to the peace and clarity that comes from accepting things as they are. In practical terms, embracing the present moment can involve simple habits like taking a few moments each day to stop, breathe, and be aware of your surroundings. This could be as simple as pausing to appreciate the beauty of nature or taking a moment to notice how your body feels. These small moments of awareness can help ground you in the present and remind you that life is happening right now, not in the past or future. Living in the present doesn't mean ignoring future goals or not learning from the past. It means focusing on what you can do now, in this moment, to move toward your goals and learn from your experiences. It's about making the most of each day, rather than waiting for the right moment to act. The Stoics believed that if we focus on doing our best in the present, we will be prepared for whatever the future brings. If you're enjoying this video and finding these tips helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel, leaving a like, and sharing your thoughts in the comments. Your support means a lot and helps us to create more content that can help you live a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to hearing how these practices work for you in your daily life.